Hey guys, it's Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I'm back with my son Scott, and I'm right here, and my friend Clynn is over here. And basically, we are playing some old school Magic. Clynn has a really cool deck. It is basically the what would you call it?
It's an ATOG deck. It's an ATOG deck, a lot like the one that we've been practicing a lot lately, but instead of lightning bolts and chain lightnings, I play Hurkyl's Recall and Mana Vault, and just fast, aggressive. Hurkyl's Recall is extremely utilitarian and very, asymmetric. Right? Any card where you can generate asymmetry is going to be overpowered. So, trying to really lean on Hurkyl's Recall's asymmetry.
All right, let's jump into the game. So, actually, this particular match, I'll be playing the deck Brian Weissman. It's a one strip mine Swedish rules, so I did a little bit of changes with removing the 3 strip mines. Clint is actually going to be Scott's coach. Scott, you're on camera. So, Scott, you ready to play? Clint's going to be your coach. That means that you guys work together and kind of teach you some of the tricks, because Scott's trying to, maybe get back into old school and maybe play some tournaments. All right, Scott? All right, let's begin. Let me pause the video. We'll play here in a minute.
Just watch.
All right, guys, we're back, and the game will begin. Scott won the dice roll. Scott, put your cards on the camera right here. Yeah, right here. And I'll just... Well, look out, focus it. Make sure it's right here.
This is the nut draw.
Well, make sure you...
But stop looking.
I'm not looking. I'm not going to look. I don't plan to look. Just like this. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, put it down a little bit. Go down.
I need to move.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're just trying to get it. It's not hard to do. You just got to
take care of it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Just hit the focus because they'll see it.
Yeah.
There you go. And hit the middle of the focus. Get that nice shot.
So this is essentially the nut draw because we're on the play.
On the play.
So Dan is going to lose this game.
All right, that's fine. Okay, and then I will show my cards. Ready, guys? That's fine. Lose this game as usual. All right, so let's get going.
Just wait and watch.
Scott, you got to just be humble and learn, right? Okay, so let's go.
All right, go ahead, Scott.
And learn to announce what you're doing. That's the trick. Play.
Yep, and when you're playing Magic, you do everything one at a time, and
listen.
you announce it clearly to your opponent. Right? So...
Ruby, Tundra, Emerald, Jet, Pearl.
Sure.
And then I will...
Hurkyl's recall all your stuff back to yourself?
No, pass.
No.
Wait.
No.
Well, so
How many times have I told you to cast that
Hold
on
on,
our first
hold
turn?
on. Okay, so when he says pass in a tournament, what happens then? If he says pass, what happens in a tournament?
If you pass right there, right?
In a
Because
tournament,
obviously
you
you
said
didn't
it.
listen to me. I told you like 3 times that you want to cast that on turn 1. Like, you're going to lose so much advantage, right? Watch what happens right here.
Okay, so he balance. That's great. So what that balance does, so you do not say pass ever, okay, until you're really ready to go. So now he has what, one, so land, you have to get rid of the land. But I lose, you go down 1 card, right?
Yep.
But you
Dan
have
has
4.
to discard down to 1 card.
That sucks.
You see that?
Okay, which card do I keep? Make it simple.
This.
Alright, I lose Strip Mine, Underground Sea, Mox Pearl, JMD Tome, jeez, Emerald, and City of Brass. That's pretty good. That's a good balance. So that's basically a Mind Twist for 6. And
But only for 2 mana.
you want to take the... Yeah.
I'll take this away and pass.
Keep your card ready over here. Yeah, so you want to make sure people... Yeah. Okay?
Yep.
My turn?
I
Draw.
play the Brian Weissman school of thought, which is where you play just every card out like
Okay.
this. So it's
All right, ready?
clear and pronounced for your opponent.
Oh, boy. Pass. Let the top deck begin.
And tap. Draw.
Now, what's interesting is this is an ATOG deck with Black Vice. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I understand why that's good what you did, but at the same time, if the idea is to apply pressure, I don't know.
It's not
Yeah,
necessarily
we'll see.
to apply pressure.
Yeah, so I've never
this
seen
deck
your deck.
is not specifically an aggro deck.
You know, like the pure ATOG deck.
Yeah, this is not specifically like because we took out a lot of aggression in exchange for a lot of asymmetric power.
Okay.
And the asymmetric power takes longer. All right. Nope. We want to start drawing cards. You want to play that.
So let's
Right? Because you want to start taking advantage of the fact that you're way ahead.
Jadenton.
And you want to start getting further and further and further ahead.
Yeah, good.
And this, you're now going to start drawing 2 cards a turn versus Dan's 1. And you've got 4 mana
City?
in play.
A Chronicles City of Brass, signed by Mark Dean.
The signature is what lets us, pass.
Ancestral, which is very good. I lose 1, 19. Thanks, Clint. 1. Watch what I'm doing. 2, 3. Good. You show them, right? In a tournament, you want to be very, very critical of that.
Yeah.
Some people are just like, they just draw it. No. You make sure they show it. Okay, what's going to happen here? You're gonna
Generally
draw-
impolite to not show people what you're doing.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep, draw.
Now, when you draw, put it. What I usually do is I put it down right here. What Brian does is he brings it here and shows that he has that 1 card, then pulls it up.
And the reason
If
why
he-
you do that is
Yep.
because it's very easy to accidentally grab 2 cards.
Remember?
And so you want to make sure you've got 1 card. You put it down in front of you, show it's 1 card, and then draw. Because you can get in a lot of trouble at a tournament for accidentally drawing 2 cards.
Okay.
No, we want to draw. Draw cards.
Draw first. Okay, so that's not you. So he wants you to draw. Remember, typically JM Daytone draws end of my turn. Remember, end of my turn. But
You're
he's
looking
saying-
for a land right now. That's what we're looking for is a land. You want to play a land every turn. Stop piling up the cards.
So,
Kuro.
so currently you have no lands. You have no
Right, you gotta
lands.
tap your artifact. There you go. That's okay. Put it in your hand, pass the turn.
Pass.
Okay.
We're playing draw go right now. And what we want to lean on is the fact that we're drawing 2 cards every turn. You can this, you're just gonna tap every turn and draw a card. That's a Library of
Make
Alexandria.
it simple for you. Okay. Okay. Untap.
There's no reason to do anything else but
Draw.
cards. with
Draw.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards?
3.
3 cards. Okay. I will just play a factor. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Volcanic.
Yep.
that.
And then I will tap
To draw. Okay.
Jadenton.
One thing I learned about Scott is he needs to make sure he never shows his cards. He sometimes accidentally shows the cards.
Yep.
Tap.
Okay.
Manifold.
Manifold. Sure. Okay.
Pass.
4 cards.
3.
3 cards. Draw.
And then you're watching his eyes, right? When he draws his cards and then he looks over, right? If he drew a recall or a regrowth, he's going to look at his cards and then look at his graveyard.
Yeah. So
If
that.
he drew a mind twist, he's
He'll
going to
look-
look at his card and then ask you how many cards are in your hand.
Generally.
If he
but-
drew a strip mine, he's going to look at his cards and then look at your land, right? So you're trying to gain information about the cards that are in his hands by the way he's moving and looking around. Which is why when you draw your card, you want to start to develop a standardized process that you go through. You look at your card. You
Activate. Attack for 2.
Okay, go down to 18.
So you say take it. Go down to 18. Good.
Should I be at that? No, it's
No, that's-
What are
3.
you doing? That's a 3. Okay. That's it. Pass.
Untap. Draw.
Upkeep. Draw. You have a mana vault, so there is an upkeep trigger with that later on if you use it. FYI.
Mistress.
Good.
Okay. So with factory, you cannot pump block. You can block, make a 2/2, but a pump blocks the next turn. Keep that in mind. So don't think that's a 3/3. Remember, until the next turn. So
I will tap these 3. Let me. All that.
just draw with the tone. That's what you need to say. Oh no.
What's up, Nick? Yep. Cast it. Throw it down there.
Tap these 2.
It's
Right,
all
because
good.
Because we want to kill him before he has a chance to rebuild. And he casts that Ancestor Recall, he's about to rebuild. But if he doesn't have a Swords to Plowshares in his hand, you can almost kill him next turn.
Yeah, because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, activate 6, 7. 7 times a 2. See that? +2/+2. What's 7 times 2?
14.
14 plus that. Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much kill me.
And then
But
you've
you
got-
lose all your
You've
artifacts.
got
though.
more artifacts in your hand. So you don't want to do it unless he taps out. But if he taps out, you're killing him on his turn. On your turn.
Untap. Draw. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, we have to watch out for that city.
Very complicated. Alright, so I'm going to go library. I'm going to go Lotus. Thinking here for a second. This is very interesting, actually. Okay, so I'm going to. I'm going to play Recall for 1. So I'm going to tap a blue, lose a damage, makes it 19. Oh, actually, you know what? I had that before. 18. This one's already done. These dice are a little different for me. So I'll use this one's the one I need to change. Okay, 18. Blue, I got to pay 1 and 1, right, to recall. So the one I'm going to do is actually just as a blocker potentially. I'm going to go like that and that. Okay, and you have to announce your recall. I'm going to Jade Day Tome. I'm going to get the Ancestral. Okay. Put that in my hand. And then I will. The recall is exile, meaning it's not in the game. It's gone forever. Okay.
Is it same with Jadam?
No. This is graveyard. Exile's over here. When I first met Clynn, he thought recall comes back, and he thought he could get it forever, and it was hilarious. He did like infinite turns. I looked at him like, okay.
You didn't correct me. You didn't know
I
either.
was starting out my Magic. I haven't played for a while.
Yeah.
That's it. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's all I got.
He's not tapped down, so.
He's not tapped out. He's got an Ancestral
Untap.
Recall. But if he casts it, he doesn't have white mana. Right? And there's only one card in his hand. We're going to go ahead and assume that's not Swords to
Keep.
Plowshares.
Draw.
Yeah?
Be anything.
Could be anything.
Jeez.
Could be balance.
Could be balance.
True. I don't want that.
Balance is not. If
That's-
balance is instant speed, oh my god.
So this sacrifices to artifacts to deal damage to Dan. So you're going to want to start getting more artifacts in play. Draw off your tome.
Draw. For Tom.
Do you understand why you drew?
Yes.
Did you hear what did you just say about artifacts?
Well,
You
artifacts.
want to
on
find
the table.
artifacts.
Artifacts. Then I will.
Because
Hold on.
if I start getting more cards and stuff, the game will be different. So you gotta hurry up.
Okay,
The
then.
game needs to be
And
hurried up.
it's getting closer. He's about to
That's
cast
chess.
another. And don't tap your guy. Come on now.
What? Pay attention.
Okay.
Pay
You're
attention.
gonna try to attack with this guy. Put this in your hand. Look, this taps for 3 mana. Tap that.
Use that guy because you want these guys available.
Yep.
Black dice.
So you have 3 mana,
2 mana
2 mana,
floating.
2 mana floating.
Do we do a mana burn?
No.
Hold on a second.
Throw him down.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Before the black dice is done. Hold on a second. It's on the stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. But this was not before, right? Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 16, 19.
Hold on.
Am I
He's-
19 still?
He's
Relax.
responding to
Yeah.
you announcing the cast of Black Vice. He gets to respond.
Sure, do whatever you need to do.
And then
That's fine.
play 2 ivories.
Remember?
Yep.
Announce them one at a time. Dan's playing a blue deck. He can.
Ivory.
Yep, that's fine.
Ivory?
All the ivories are fine. Yep.
There you
Okay.
go.
And then pass.
No,
Wait.
you're trying to kill him.
You just said pass.
Stop doing that.
Hey,
Sorry.
Scott, I need you to pay attention to what's going on here. You have an aggro deck.
Then I will.
So we want to activate factory.
First count all your. Well, before you do that,
No,
count how
that's
many.
not how you
I want you to
activate
count
factory.
all your. I want you to count all your artifacts because this guy eats all the artifacts, right, to attack me. That's the goal. Say it out loud, Scott.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have 18
And then
life.
this can count as a.
I can't have
Artifact.
20. Yeah, but I have 18, so it's basically I die.
Right,
how
so
you
we're
do
going to
this?
attack Dan now, right? So activate your factory. How you act? That's not how you activate a factory. How do you activate a factory? You pay 1 mana to turn it into a creature. So you say, announce, I'm going to activate my factory,
Activate.
and then you say, I would like to begin combat. So hold on. Say, Dan, I'm going to begin combat.
Begin combat.
Yeah.
Okay. Declare attackers. So
I'm
now
gonna-
you declare your attack, or you want
So
to
activate.
before combat.
Yep.
Stop
Yeah.
touching the cards.
Declare attackers. Go ahead.
So declare your attackers now. You're going to declare both of your creatures as attackers.
Mistros and ATOG.
And now you have the chance to respond, and you're not going to because there's nothing to do
Yeah.
yet.
Wait, because
you pass turn. You pass priority to Dan. So,
So
now it's
I-
Dan's turn to respond before he declares blockers.
I'm gonna sack the Lotus for blue. I'm going to cast Ancestral Recall. Use one of them. It's on the stack. 1, 2, 3. You have no response to Ancestral, right?
No response.
Okay. I draw. Okay. I'll use all the mana in to pump in to activate the Mishras factory. And I will block the ATOG.
So we don't want to lose our ATOG. So now we're going to sacrifice some artifacts and trade some of our artifacts on the board that we're not using to kill this.
So I'm not using these two because I have 2 cards.
What's the least
That's
important
correct.
ones? Or, yeah.
Right? Dan's got some
4.
cards in his hand, so we want to leave that on the board.
So this will make
Right,
it.
so that's a 3/3. So yep, you can go ahead and sacrifice those and kill Dan's.
Or we can just. It's 2/2, so we could. No, it would
It's a
die.
I'm a 3/3 right now.
Yep, so we
So-
sacrifice 2.
That would be a 4.
No, a
4.
5. A
Five.
5. Why'd you sacrifice 2 of them? That's dumb.
Yeah, you don't need to sacrifice 2.
Right?
He's now a
you're-
3/5,
You're a
a
1/2.
3/4.
Hold on. You're a 1/2. You sacrifice 1. Read it. It's +2/+2 end of turn.
So it's a 3/4.
Yep. So we're basically going to trade
And I'm a
our ivory
3/3.
tower
I'm a
for
3/3,
his.
right? So it dies.
And then he takes 2 damage.
You take 3 on there, but you're 4, so I die.
And then you take 2.
Right. 6/10.
Right, so that's fine because what we need is 2 damage basically from each artifact. So
Okay.
we're good to go.
Pass.
Okay. So
Cards
black.
in hand.
4 cards.
4
so I have
cards.
black vice, no damage. Draw.
Okay, so now we have to be prepared for one of those to be a Swords to Plowshares, right? He's got white mana. He's drawn a lot of cards.
And you could eat all your artifacts and lose all of them within one shot. The game completely changes.
Yep. So we just
Yeah.
you.
You gotta be
That's
careful.
no longer a viable strategy until he taps all his white mana. Or you can find some way
pass.
to figure that out.
Pass.
Untap.
You could go gambling mode, but against the deck, it's really bad with this deck.
Draw for
We're not,
turn.
he's drawn too many cards for us to assume
Wait.
that. This
Oh.
doesn't untap.
Okay, so this is important for that. He's never.
Yeah,
done
so
upkeep.
we're just gonna take. So you have the choice to pay 4
untap
to
upkeep.
untap
It's upkeep
this,
time.
right? And this is before you draw.
You have to pay 4 if you want to.
If you want to
or you
untap
lose
that,
a life. Or you
we
lose
don't want to untap that. This is fine. We're just
So
gonna let
we'll
that
just
take.
let that go down to 2.
So explain why he's okay taking the life right now, because your resources matter more.
Correct.
But the ATOG can still eat tapped artifacts.
Yeah, can eat this.
Yeah, so it's okay. So even if you did pay it, so it's all the same. So
Then I'll tap. Wait.
So you need to draw for your turn.
so untap upkeep. That was the upkeep, by the way. You understand from Manifold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw for turn. Then I'll use Jadamton. Draw. Play City. And then I will tap this, lose a life, play manhole.
Okay.
Declare attacks.
Okay.
So you have to activate factory before you can
Just
declare
say
as
I
an attack,
activate
right?
factory.
Activate.
Activate.
so- Activate factory, and now you declare attack.
You know, like when we're playing tournament stuff, you can say activate and attack,
Okay.
right? If you're gonna,
Sure. So you also want to attack with your HURK-ATOG.
you sure?
Yeah.
You just lose it.
To what?
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
You're not gonna block it, right?
Not
It's a
block-
free damage.
So 3. I take
Right,
2,
and so
3.
no. So what we want to do here is we don't want to go all out and sacrifice all of our artifacts to try to kill Dan here. But we do have artifacts that we don't really care about that we can start kind of chipping away,
Like
right? We don't
this.
need to kill him, right? Because he needs to kind of save his Swords to Plowshares until he can. We don't want. Yeah, like exactly like this, like this.
So you want to grind me down.
Yeah. So we're just gonna start chipping away here.
So I will take this, so this will make
So
it.
that eat it. So 1 is count the artifacts. Count it up. Just count
Yep.
each one.
Sacrifice that one too.
1, 2.
So that would be
2 artifacts.
4. So that would be a 5.
So how many total are you doing? Is that it?
2.
That's it. That's
Okay.
all we want to do.
That
yeah.
would be a 5, 6.
5, 6. Okay. 5, 6, and then 5
Yes.
damage and 2
7.
damage. Okay. Hold on a sec. 2 damage. Let me think. How many cards?
2.
2 damage. 2 damage.
This is actually something that's interesting about old school is in a normal game of Magic that's not old school, if someone balances you and destroys literally your entire hand, you're gonna just lose the game. But in old school, Dan has now resolved 2 ancestral recalls, which is 6 cards. Right? And so his ancestral recalls have basically caught him up from that first ridiculous.
I'm gonna do
play that
this.
we
I'm gonna
did.
do this. Okay. So in response, I'm going to. So that's gonna be 7, right?
Yeah.
I will disenchant the tome. I'll take the.
So
I'll take the
you're
7.
gonna sacrifice it in response to the ATOG.
So that would make it a.
You can't. You cannot do it with anything else, right?
That
No,
would
we
be
can keep sacrificing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That-
So
And
that
so-
would be a. So it was a 5, 7. 5,
So see,
6.
some-
So now it's a 8.
So this is
9.
part of that what I was talking about, where you're trying to read your opponent to see. I now think that there's a better than this game has become almost a 50-50 game now. Dan's got a library, he's starting to draw more cards, and if we have an opportunity to really just kill him here, we have to seriously consider that. And by Dan's body language and by the way he's moving, it's almost like playing poker. That's why I think there's a lot of overlap between Magic players and poker players. Here, I'm calling Dan's bluff on his Swords to Plowshares. I'm gonna try to kill him right here, right? Because he did that, I now sort of believe that he doesn't have it, right? And even if he does, we've got other stuff that we can do, right? If we sacrifice all of our a whole bunch of artifacts,
I mean, Clynn could be right on the bio language, but things even if you got in with 1, then you windowed me down so much already. Yeah. So I mean, you could go all in here. You could.
So right now, this guy's a 7 and this guy's a 2. So we've got 9 damage on the table as it stands right now. And Dan, so that means we need to sacrifice 4 more artifacts to deal 7 additional damage. So if you can find 4 artifacts on the board that you can sacrifice,
Yeah, 8. Yeah. You need to go over 6. You only need 6 damage.
we need
7. Yeah, that's right.
we need 7 more damage,
You have
which is
9,
4.
9, yeah.
Which is 4 more artifacts, because there's 1 more here, right? So you need to sacrifice. If we can sacrifice 4 artifacts that we don't think we're really going to be using anytime soon, then
But if I swords you, the whole thing changes.
the whole thing changes. But
Yeah.
I think right here, sacrificing 4 artifacts for a chance to win the game is worth it.
Do you think we should sacrifice
So this isn't a land.
Oh yeah.
This is an artifact. So what's your question?
Why would we sacrifice this?
So you want to be careful about the colors of the stuff that you're sacrificing, right? We don't have any white cards in the deck, and we have a few
I'll just
green
tap.
cards in the deck.
I'll just tap it ready to go then.
You're gonna tap it, ready to
Ready
go?
to go.
All right, then
I'll float one white just for the hell of it.
So Dan's being kind of a dork. Now we only have to sacrifice 3 artifacts instead of 4. That was a misplay by Dan. So sacrifice, pick one more artifact.
Guys being a dork on camera.
I will.
What if I have?
Sacrifice this one.
What if I have 2?
So sacrifice them.
Yep.
There you go.
That second.
So what is it now?
Now it's a.
So we sacrifice a total of 6 artifacts to it. So it's
That would be a 12, 13.
13, 14, 15. Yep. So we've got Dan dead on board.
15?
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
How?
Plus the mistress because you're still in a.
Oh, that's a 15?
Yeah. No, this is
This
12.
is 13.
12?
This is 13.
This is 13.
This
because we
is
sacrificed
14.
6 artifacts.
Yeah.
15.
14, 15. So we're
So
15 damage.
I have 1 damage, 1 life.
You tapped your City of Brass.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's why that was a misplay. Because by tapping that City of Brass, it makes it so we don't have to sacrifice 1 more artifact.
You got it. No, the thing is, I don't have swords, but I wanted to see if you thought that I had it, so you don't want to take as much. All right,
See, that's why it's important to watch your opponent and to watch the way their body language is and what they're doing. Is because
all right. So next game, and Clynn won't be helping this time. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll do game 2 in here in a second.